Good morning, friends. We're here in Manitoba, Illinois on my trip from Manitoba, Canada to Florida, United States, back to Manitoba, Canada. We're on the way back. We have 1.5 days left. We got a full day today and about a half day tomorrow. So this has been quite a trip. It took 4 days to get down there, 3.5, and then I stayed down there for a few days waiting for the reload. Got the reload coming back. We should be back home tomorrow now. So we're on the tail end of it. We're almost on the home stretch. Let's get going. Let's get trucking. If you're new here, I welcome you. Go to my channel, check out my playlist. I've been making videos for about 14 years. There's a lot to catch up on, or you can just start hanging out with us from here on. My name's Josh. Call me Trucker Josh. You can call me the weird guy on the internet. It doesn't really matter to me. But hit that subscribe button and join the family. Time to go. Central Illinois. We're going to be going all the way through Wisconsin and Minnesota today into North Dakota. That's where I'm hoping to make it to at least Fargo, North Dakota. We'll see. From there we'll take I-29 north up home. I thought I was going to make it a little further north in Illinois yesterday, but I ran out of time. We did get far enough distance-wise. I got 620 miles behind me, or a little bit more. Oh, just over 1,000 kilometers. And I have, well, when I woke up this morning, I had 1,300 kilometers left to the Canadian border. That would be 800 miles. Obviously, I can't make it all the way there in one day. U.S. hours of service, I can only drive 11 hours in a day. If this was Canada, I might be able to, if I don't hit any delays. I'd get very close. I could drive 13 hours a day in Canada, but while I'm on U.S. soil, I follow their hours of service. That's how it works, so it makes sense, right? So we'll get home tomorrow. I'm going to park this trailer in the secured yard. Put Old Blue in the shop. And go home. I'll only be home for a reset. I was hoping to be home for a little bit longer, but you know, if I get home tomorrow, like afternoon, I'll be leaving Monday early morning. I gotta do what I gotta do. We got a baby coming. He's due end of July. So for the next few weeks, I'm going to be staying closer to home, but running as hard as I can at the same time. But I also have a few family events, so I'm trying to juggle everything, home life and work life. Next weekend, we're celebrating my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, my dad's 70th birthday, my brother-in-law's 50th birthday, all at once. We rented a cabin. And then the weekend after that, we have a maternity photo shoot with my wife. And then we're into the home stretch, the final 4 weeks before our baby boy is here. It's coming quick. I gotta get the nursery done yet. I haven't even started. Feels kind of good to be back in what feels like more so my home region, even though I'm still way down here in Illinois. It's just the temperature feels a little bit more normal to me.
In 4 kilometers, keep to the left on I-90 West I-39 US 51.
You know, if I open my window now, I actually get cool air blowing into my truck. It doesn't feel like a heater when I open my windows blowing at me. That's normal to me. You know, I don't lose half a gallon of sweat every time I step out of my truck. That's normal to me. So I got a long way to go to get home yet, but I'm already feeling a lot more physically comfortable in this temperature. I wonder how long it would take me to get used to those like Florida temperatures and that humidity. I mean, eventually my body would get used to it, get climatized, and it would just be normal, right? But I don't know, would it take weeks? Would it take months? Would it take years? I don't know. What I do know is that I like the cold a little bit more than I thought. I don't like the freezing cold. I don't like the snow, but I like the cool. I like to be able to cool down. In Florida, it felt impossible. You can't go anywhere. Even the shade was hot. You had to have an air conditioner to cool down, right? Otherwise, you're just going to be hot nonstop. Doesn't matter if you're inside, outside, under a tree, out in the sun. You're hot. Even the water was hot. But that's not to complain. I still had a very good time. But it is nice to be able to cool down. That's all I'm saying. Okay, we're coming up, we're going around Rockford, Illinois. We're very close to the Wisconsin border now. I gotta follow I-39 north and I-90 west, same interstate. But just up ahead here, I gotta keep left from what I can see. Oh yeah, there it is. It's coming. Just got this all under construction here, so it's a little confusing.
Keep to the left on I-90 west I-39 US 51.
You can't trust what your GPS says when it's under construction, but it looks like she's still got a point. She's still correct. Oh, there's a water park right over there. That'd be fun. Just off to the left. I can't wait till my kids are old enough to go to water parks like that, so that I have an excuse to go to water parks all the time.
Continue on this road for 22 kilometers.
Ah, here we go. End work zone speed limit. We're on this highway. This will turn into I-94 in Wisconsin, and this will take us all the way to North Dakota, I-29. So we'll be on this highway the rest of the day.
Continue on this road for 85 kilometers.
Gotta pay the toll. There you go, Illinois. That's all you get. Hope you're happy. My one toll I pay on this whole trip was that one. I avoided all the other ones. That guy's in a hurry. Man.
Crossing border, entering Wisconsin.
Wisconsin! What's up? Got any cheese for me? My next stop, I'm gonna grab fuel. I'm actually doing really good on fuel economy on the way up again. I'm very happy with it. Very light load, just slipping through the wind here. And we're gonna stop at exit 115 in Wisconsin here at the Loves. Fill up our tanks, and then we'll stop once more in Drayton, North Dakota. Fuel it up there again. That'll be tomorrow though.
260 meters.
Here we are, exit 115. I'm down to quarter tanks of fuel. I could keep going, but this is the best price I'm going to get today. So we're going to pull in, say hello. I could possibly do my half hour here as well.
In 100 meters, slide right on County Road C's, CRCs, and then turn right in 120 meters.
I have 8 hours and 5 minutes left to drive altogether. By the time I get to the pumps, it'll probably be very close to just 8 hours. So I'll lose a minute or two, because once I stop for my half hour, I'll only get 8 hours back. But that shouldn't affect my overall day. I think that's what we'll do here. We'll fuel up and we'll park. Not in the fuel pumps.
Approaching destination in 300 meters, on the left side.
There it is. Look at that lawn, nicely mowed. Okay.
You have arrived at your destination, on the left side, Love's Travel Stop.
Here we are, yep. You are correct. This is that same truck stop that, I told you this before. This is where I was when I got the call that we had sold that property out in the bush, when we had that big country property. This is exactly where I was when I got the call saying that it's sold. It's some good memories. I miss that property. but we made quite a bit of money on that house, so it worked out in our favor. And we moved into that small house in Steinbach, saved a lot of money moving there, and then we sold that house in 2023. That was a pretty good deal for us too, and now we're in our current house, and we don't want to move again, not if we don't have to. Time of my life of using the real estate market to move ahead financially. That part of life is over now. Now it's, it's time of my life to dig down our roots, real deep. Grow our family. Is this lane open? Yes, it is. Hopefully that guy doesn't take too long in front of the pumps, but whatever. I'm not in too big a rush. All right, let's fill her up. Grab my fuel. Fueled for 156 US gallons. So I don't really have to stop for my 8-hour break for another 5 hours and 1 minute yet. But I could stop now, like finish my half-hour break here in a parking spot, not in the pumps. Not in the pumps. I'm just gonna say that twice for some people. I'm gonna do my half hour right here in a parking spot. I could go another 5 hours, but I'll do it now. Overall, I have 8 hours and 1 minute left to drive. Now, when I finish my half hour here, I'm gonna get 8 hours available to me to drive. So I'm going to lose 1 minute on my overall time, unless if I stop for another half hour. But I don't care. I don't need that extra 1 minute. What am I gonna stop for another 30 minutes somewhere just to gain 1 minute? So all in all, I would lose 29 minutes, right? So I'll do my half hour here, I'll get my 8 hours back, I'll be able to drive right to the end of my shift, minus 1 minute, because I'll have 8 hours left, but that's okay. So my total shift, I have 10 hours left. My cycle on my 70-hour week, still have 42 hours and 40 minutes left on that. So yeah, we work 70-hour weeks. I always find it cute when people complain about a 40-hour work week. I'm like, huh, that's nice. What do you do after Wednesday? 40-hour work week. Woo! Sleeping in your own bed every day too? Wow, you gotta play with your kids every evening? Wow! 40 hours. Oh, working. Oh boy, you got it rough. You got it so rough. Wow! You gotta be at work at 8 a.m.? Wow, so what do you do like in the time like between 5 and 8 a.m.? Like, oh, you're not working, you're still sleeping. Oh, okay, that's nice. And you get off work at what? 5 o'clock? Really? Must be nice not to have to work till like 9 o'clock at night. 8 o'clock, whenever. I love my job though. I'm not complaining about how much I work. 70-hour work week, that's a normal thing for me. Like, I don't always make the full 70 hours, but if you work a 40-hour work week and you get to be home every night with your family, just be thankful. Don't go on the internet. Oh, I can't do it, it's so hard. I had to work 3 hours of overtime, 43 hours this week. I just like want to pat him on the head, like, good job, good for you. I'm gonna go work another 30 hours. Have fun. I'm joking, half joking, but trucking is not for everybody. It's a job that you have to love to do. But if you get into it and you happen to like it, it gets into your blood, then there is nothing else on this planet that'll make you happier than driving a truck down the highway. I'm looking over here at the boat. What is this guy doing? One second. I gotta share this. I gotta share this moment with you, this moment in history. Explain this to me, somebody. Why? I know why he's there. I know why he's there. I can see it. He had to back in there, now he backed out. I don't know what he's doing, because he was at that pump over there before beside me, and then he went over there. He's in there backwards because his DEF tank is mounted on the passenger side of the vehicle, but the DEF pump is on the driver's side of the pumps. That's how it is everywhere. Everywhere you go, the DEF pump is on the driver's side. Unless if it's like a separate pump altogether. Some Canadian card locks have it like that, like Petropass. But why are these trucking manufacturers still mounting these DEF tanks on the passenger side of their trucks? Can someone like send the memo through to the right person? Like, whenever I see that, I was like, they're still putting it on the passenger side? Huh. You know what the solution to that really is? Drive a truck that doesn't use DEF. Anything older than 2011 or 2010. Just random example, 2008. Trucks made in that year didn't use DEF. They didn't even have it invented then yet. It was still in like people's minds where it should have stayed. It shouldn't have been brought into this world, but here we are living the dream in 2025. Emissions out the yin-yang. Everything's going up in price because these trucks are so over-engineered. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm proud of these engineers. They're very smart people. The way they have made trucks more efficient and more, you know, eco-friendly and all this stuff. But every single sensor, every single system, every single computer that they put onto these trucks is just one more thing that's going to break, and that costs thousands of dollars to fix. You've heard me rant about this before, so I won't go too in depth into that. I want to clarify though that our SUV, we bought that Tahoe, has a lot of those bells and whistles, lots of sensors, lots of traction control, all that stuff. I'm totally fine with that. I like that. I feel safe that my family is in a personal vehicle because my wife, she's a good driver, but she doesn't do this for a living. I drive for a living. This is what I do. I've put on millions of miles in my life. This is what I do. I don't need sensors to drive my truck for me. I don't need sensors to tell me when I'm too close to somebody. I don't need all of these gadgets and technology in my truck to drive the truck for me. I know what I'm doing. I can shift my own gears. Anything that they add onto the truck is just more expensive. So on my work truck, I want it as simple and basic as possible. This is my livelihood. I want as few things to be able to go wrong on it as possible. The less sensors, the better. I want to put diesel fuel in and go. But on my personal vehicles, I can understand that. Those extras and that technology, it comes in very handy. It's very cool, it's very nice, and it does make me feel safer that my family is in a vehicle that's going to, you know, help them be safer. I don't mind it on personal vehicles. I'm just saying on work trucks, on commercial trucks that do millions of miles a year, that are supposed to have drivers behind the wheel that know what they're doing. I know that's a problem that we need to fix, but we don't need all that. Or at least we need options to have trucks that don't have that. Like maybe buy like fleets. I can see fleets want to have all that stuff on their trucks because they don't trust their drivers. Maybe hire better drivers. That's on you, not on us really. But us owner operators that want to have these old school trucks with none of these crazy sensors and bells and whistles on it, give us the option to just have a plain truck. Just none of that. The truck would be cheaper. It would be easier to fix, easier to maintain. And believe me, they would sell. Owner-operators across North America would be eating them up, buying them up. It's a better term. Buying them up, not eating them up. You know? Is that ever going to happen? No, it won't. But we can dream. So far, they can't tax our dreams. I guarantee you they're working on it, though. Just to let you know, we broke a record on fuel economy with this truck. We fueled up in North Florida, right? And we made it up here to, where are we? Decorah, Wisconsin, exit 115. 7.6 miles per gallon. For those of you in Canada, that's miles per US gallon. 7.6, when I usually average around 6. Half hour's finished, let's get going. 7.6. Like, that is really good. For this truck, that is really, really good. I'm very happy with that. Wish I could get that every time. has a lot to do with that I have a very light load. I only have 5,000 pounds on the trailer, so there's that. It's not really a real load, I guess, weight-wise. But the fuel and the fuel savings is definitely very real. That's very real.
Entrance to the left on I-90 West, I-94 West.
Back onto I-39 North, I-90 West, and I-94 West. My wiper hooked onto my visor there again with a gust of wind, and it's not coming apart. It's just the rubber cover that's keeps slipping off of there. So I'm going to glue it on. It's the third time I've had to do this. It's just when the wind catches everything just right, it nicks the visor and then it pulls that rubber piece off. So I'm going to pull over here, fix it, and slip some Gorilla Glue in there. Hopefully that'll be the end of that little issue. We're here in Menominee, Wisconsin. It's the rest area. Technically I should let it sit and set for what, 12 hours at least or so, but whatever, it'll have to set going down the road. Hopefully I don't have to use them for a bit, though it does look a little bit rainy out. Maybe we'll see. If it doesn't hold, we'll just do it again, maybe just before we stop for night, then it can set overnight. Going around Minneapolis right now on 694, and it did start raining again, and so far my wiper cover is holding on. I know the glue won't be totally dry yet in there, but I'm hoping that it'll be okay. As long as it holds, right? Whatever, it'll dry overnight. Or it'll dry in my shop tomorrow night. Whatever, I might have to re-glue it again. That's fine. What's going on here? What's going on here? Why are we slowing down? No reason? Ah. Gotcha. Made it to ROADSIDE, Minnesota, so very close to Fargo, very close to the North Dakota border. We only have 3 hours left to get to the Canadian border tomorrow. Well, that'll be tomorrow. It's been quite the trip, huh? A lot of fun. When did we leave? We left on Wednesday, right? It was Wednesday morning? Yeah. It was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. What's today? Today is a Friday, so 7, 8. 9 plus tomorrow. It'll be 10 days. So it'll be exactly like we figured it would be, a 10-day trip, which isn't the longest trip. Feels a little longer because I've gotten sort of used to, hold one second. What was I talking about? So it was exactly as long as we thought it would. It all turned out exactly like we wanted it to. I mean, I still have 4.5 hours to go to get home, so I shouldn't get ahead of myself here. Let's knock on wood. Still got a little bit of time, but, Old Blue's been performing well. She's been, it's been a great trip. It was nice. We got to spend some extra time in Florida. We pretty much just hid inside the air-conditioned room the whole time. But now that I'm up here, I love every region that I go through. And I think that's why I like my job so much, traveling around, because, I spend so much time up here in the north, and I get, used to it being cold all the time, right? And then it gets boring. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go see some palm trees, right? I go to Florida, and I spend a couple of days there, and I literally just melt. And then suddenly I realize, it's kind of nice when it's cold. It's kind of nice. Gotta say, it's nice being down there, but I definitely like going to visit. I'd say tropical. I know it's not really tropical, but warm places like that. Now, that's why I have these. I got these tattoos, right? Britt has the exact same one on her leg. We got them during our honeymoon. The big one is me, and the little one is her. And this is to remind me, because palm trees to me, as you guys who've been watching me for a while, they mean a lot to me because we don't have them where I'm from. They symbolize to me like vacation, good times, good weather, relaxation, de-stressing, just peace, right? So when I see palm trees, I know that I'm in a place that is peaceful, usually, right? It means good times. They just, it's something I don't have where I'm from, right? I didn't grow up with palm trees around in Manitoba and Canada. Of course not. But it's nice to go visit, but it's also definitely nice to go home when the visit is over. So I'm looking forward to that. Tomorrow I get to go and play with my son. He's got a couple of new cars I want to see. He's so excited about them. He was just showing me on video call. I'm excited to go play with his cars with him. I got him a couple of gifts too. I'm excited to give that to him. It's fun to see his face light up because he knows what presents are, right? So I said, hey, Theo, Daddy's coming home tomorrow. And he goes, really? Dada's coming home. Dada home. And then I say, yeah, and I have a present for you. And his whole face just, he gets so excited. Oh, it's just, those of you who are dads out there, you know that feeling when you're just like, yeah, that's it. So I'm looking forward to going home and seeing him, seeing my wife, of course, and the rest of my family. And starting to work on that nursery. So my vlogs when I get home will probably be revolving around that mostly. We have to get our second son's nursery ready. He's coming soon. 6 weeks from when I'm filming this. Less by the time you watch this. And I haven't even started on the nursery. I need to paint it. I need to get everything out of there first. Then I need to paint it. Let it dry, obviously. Get that done. And then the crib is easy. We already have that. We ordered a rocking chair. Because when Theo was born, we didn't have a rocking chair in his room. Obviously, when you're feeding or whatever, you get up in the middle of the night, you just need to rock the baby to sleep. We didn't have that. So with this baby, we wanted to have a rocking chair in the nursery. Excuse me, sorry, my cooler is just turning on here. 1 second, hold on. We wanted to have a rocking chair, so I got to assemble this rocking chair that we ordered online. That'll be fun. It's probably got like 1,000 million directions that I got to follow. So that'll be fun. I'll probably do it once, and then I'll take it all apart and do it again the right way. It's the way I do things. And, yeah, hang the pictures up on the wall, get it ready for him. So that when he actually comes, just in case he's a little early like Theo was, that we're ready. But I've been yapping here long enough. You guys are, if you haven't clicked away already, thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. Hit that like button, of course. Leave me a comment down below. That is the best way to support me. That and subscribing. They're both free, and it does help me out a lot with the algorithm. That is a way to support my channel. I appreciate that a lot. If you want to take it one step further, if you really like what I'm doing, you want to support the channel, then you can click the join button, become a member. You get early access to the videos. It explains it all when you click on that button there. If you're interested in that. If not, leave me a comment. Let me know something about yourself, and I'll see you down there. I do read all the comments. Can't always respond to them, but I do read them all, and I appreciate every single one. See you tomorrow, everybody. We're going home.